Hello everybody, welcome back to Screen Stars. I'm here today to bring you my review for the 2021 action film Jungle Run. A film that is directed by Noah Luke and it stars Wade Hunt, is it Williams? And it also stars Jamie Petitio, Jack Pearson, Juan Ortega, and Alison Gorsk. Right. This is an asylum film. Yes, I know, guys. Probably some of you have already switched off. And I guess this film, as Asylum tends to do, is piggybacking the soon-to-be-released Dwayne Johnson film. Is it Jungle Cruise? That's based on the Disneyland ride. What is this film about? Right, okay. There is like a company out in the South American jungles, chopping down trees, being naughty people. There is someone there keeping an eye on them. They find this sacred artifact. They all go missing, and there is an expedition that is sent after them that consists of people, excuse me, associated with this company, and the sister and brother, or is it son and daughter? I forget now. That shows you really how much attention I was paying. Of the guy who was looking at the artifacts. Right, okay. So they go on this expedition to try and rescue mission, to try and find them, figure out what's going on, and as you could imagine, lots of things happen. What are my thoughts on Jungle Run? This film isn't well put together. Now, I'll try and pull out some positives here. For a low budget B movie, I thought some of the performances were acceptable. Some of them were way over the top. There's one in particular that I thought was pretty shocking to some degree. There's a guy in it who's like this captain on the boat. I think he's supposed to be doing a German accent, and it's don't know what it is about German accents when people try and do them who aren't German. They just don't seem to work, and it just doesn't work in this film. It's actually quite comical. It's one of the highlights of the film for me, but it don't work. But a lot of the other performances are fine from actors who know the genre that they're in, and they do a decent job delivering their lines and taking everything seriously as they should, etc., etc. That's part of the problem with this film. It does take itself far too seriously. Some of the effects, again, considering this is an asylum film, and if you've seen many asylum films, you'll know that some of the effects are a little bit cheap for the most part. There's a couple of moments in this film where I thought the effects were okay. I thought there was a scene with some crocodiles. I thought them scenes were okay. Actually didn't look too bad at all. Couple of other scenes here and there. I mean, it actually does quite rely on effects quite a lot, this film, for a lot of reasons. You've got ants, you've got all sorts of creepy crawlies, like I say, you've got crocodiles, you've got piranhas, you've got a whole host of things that are out to kill them and bite them and attack them on this expedition, because they've got to try and make it as exciting as possible. The trouble is, it keeps trying to go down a supernatural route, this film, and it's never really fully explained, so you never really understand why these things are happening to some degree in the film, why these so-called almost like weird supernatural things are happening. And then it drops this huge bombshell later in the film with this creature of some sort that is just, whoa, what's going on? It tries to go down this almost like full horror route by that point, and it's got no direction at that point, this film. It doesn't really know where it's going. It's almost like they'd run out of ideas, because there's only so many crocodile attacks and piranha attacks and ant attacks and tribesman attacks and all these other attacks that they try and throw at these people on this expedition in this film before it kind of like becomes tiresome. And it does become tiresome fairly quickly because of the premise of this film. We've seen it all before. It's not done to any real expertise here. It's just a very, 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 very low budget adventure. They're trying to do like this adventure that, you know, and like an old fashioned type adventure, and it just, like a King Solomon's Mines type thing or something like that. It just doesn't hit the mark because there's no real central characters to focus on, or certainly not ones that you care about. There's no real hero in the piece or anything like that, and it's just all a bit of a mishmash. And to be fair, you know, it's garbage, really. But it's Asylum. It's low budget B movie heaven, I suppose. If this is your sort of thing, then you're probably not going to be overly disappointed with it. I'm going to give it a 3 out of 10. It's not really worth your time if you're looking for a good quality film. If you're looking for a very low budget cheesy B movie, then you probably might enjoy this one. So thanks for watching. I hope you found this review useful. I'll be back with plenty more content and reviews on the channel very, very soon.